here. We're here at the Lutheran Cemetery. I saw the landscape here, and you gotta admit, this is beautiful. This is another great place to be buried. I mean, look at the landscape. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Wanted to look around. Probably gonna walk across the street. See what I can see over there. As you can see, there's two parts to this graveyard. I'll turn this around so you guys can see this side. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Now let's walk around. Let's see what we can find real quick. October 21st, 1820 to July 25th, 1900. His wife, December 23rd, 1823 to January 30th, 1920. Mayor. Martin and Margarine Mayer. It's beautiful. There was a picture, but apparently it fell out probably years ago. (1860 to 1928), Catherine. Herman, 1847 to 1927. Here's another mayor. 1884 to 1923, 1892 to 1919. Nice some old graves here. September 26, 1902. I assume that's when this person died. But this one, 1899. I saw this, I had to stop. 1861 to 1865, 1870 to 1871. You guys get a good look at that. The one over here, Albert Kraft. The 10th of December, 1856. The 13th of February, 1929. So let's look at the graveyard. Who cares? Just absolutely beautiful. July 6th, 1901. April 27th, 1908. That's a, I like the sheet. Somebody running with a lot in that one. December 1909, the 21st of March 1911. I don't know that language. That's a language. I don't know what that language means. That's a totally different language. I don't know what that is. I assume that's Latin. I'm sorry, my Latin ain't that good. So is that other one, and that's why I didn't read the bottom of it. It's all in Latin. Here's another one. Fourth March 1856, April 30th, 1904. I was curious about this. Michael A., July 5th, 1956 to June 27th, 2012. Donna, April 7th, 1954. No pain, no grief, No anxiety, fear can reach my loved one. Rest in here. I like that. That is really cool. Sorry, folks. I'm gonna walk across the street real quick, see what the sign says. Sorry guys, I was trying to fix the pole. And I stand. I'm curious what that says. I don't want to bother anybody. Evangelist, 1897. This was the site of the Lutheran Church of Lost Prairie, Illinois. The congregation organized in 1867 celebrated its August 27th, 1967, and worship on this spot until a tornado destroyed the church building December 21st, 1967. This property now belongs to the Lost Prairie Cemetery Association. So everybody, I suppose, that I guess on this spot until a tornado destroyed the church building. Wow. Now the cemetery belongs to the... So this is where the church was. Basically. You guys can get a good look at that. Pretty cool. Except for my stick wanting to fuck up on me. That sucks. Alright, what can you do though? So there you have it, folks. It's nice. Sweet. That's sweet. And once again, I'm gonna have to get a new stick, or I'm gonna have to get my stick fixed. So there you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There was a church over there that was destroyed by a tornado in 1961. I guess that's what's left of the church. Some steps right there. Sets of graveyards. Some old markets here. Pretty nice on all of them. I said this is a pretty dope. Pretty exciting for myself. I had to wait for that guy to get by. So you can hear me. He's just trying to do his job. I can understand that. That's pretty dope. You come across this. I saw that sign when I was driving by. I stopped. I saw that sign. Tornado destroyed it. Got some old bricks here. Old bird feeder over there. I like the layout. Gorgeous. So that'll pretty much wrap it up. And see you later, YouTubers. Howdy, folks. Elvis at large here. We're here at the Berkeley Cemetery here in Kentucky. It's a pretty good sized graveyard. I noticed the graveyard driving along. It looks really dope. It looks really good. I wanted to stop by and see what we can see. Pay our respects. See what we can find. And, you know, I mean, look at this. That's a nice headstone right there. Danny and Lori. Gramps and Graham. That's cool. He was a fisherman. Looks like we got some good headstones right here. So I figured I'd stop for a minute. I didn't have to stretch my legs anyway. I figured we'd stop for a minute, take a look, see what we see. Who knows? Might see something good. So let's take a walk. Let's see what we find. They've gone fishing. I like that. That's pretty cool. Ryan Wade Marlowe, May 13th, 1992 to March 27th, 2013. I mean, look at his headstone. This is really cool. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. 2 Timothy 4:7. Yarbrough Kenneth H. was born May 29, 1934. He died August 25th, 2012. His wife was Frances, was born June 8th, 1939. Apparently she's still alive. Bless her heart. Todd, February 11th, 1911 to August 23rd, 1912. That's absolutely cool.
Yeah. That one, there's see this cemetery. There's also It's cemetery. So yeah, that is. To heard of that. Been there.
This is interesting. I want to highlight this.
Yeah, with viewing on that with the channel. Yeah, I'm sorry. What's it called?
Clint Rash.
What's it called?
1801 to 1895.
Alright. Might check it out later. Yeah,
Can I ask you another one? Can I ask you a question?
Mary Rash. 1840 to 1925. (1876) 1976. (1874 to 1931). Cornett. Justin Dean Ellis Cornett. January 12th, 1977 to October 5th, 2005. May he rest in peace, sir. That's a beautiful shot right there. I've got to get that. guys are looking at this. It's gonna sound corny, but I want you guys to look at this. Beautiful, beautiful graveyard. Beautiful graveyard. Really beautiful. There was one I saw when I pulled in. Get a quick picture of it. Legacy. Michael David Kisser Liar, December 17, 1997 to January 2015. Somebody's left a bunch of sweet tea on his grave. Copenhagen. Beloved by all. In the back of the bench here, always on my mind, forever in my heart, love, Lakin, and Rose. Not very old when he died. Not very old at all. Rest in peace. There's another kisser. This side's all kisser. It must have been a prominent family. Precious memories. Justin E. James, October 31st, 1979. That was when he was born. March 19th, 2003, 13. Apparently when he died, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Matthew 5. See the little plaque right there? A son's first hero, a daughter's first love. (1910 to 1939). 1898 to 1930. 1876 to 1939. 1875 to 1925. I like the pictures. Married October 21st, 1973. Thomas W., born September 17th, 1945, died December 31st, 2014. The date, New Year's Eve. Judy Ann was born August 29th, 1954. Look at this vantage point. I'd want, if I had to be buried, I'd have to say this is the perfect graveyard right here. Look at this, so peaceful. Take a second to look at that. Get out there. But the one that gets me the most baffled, I want you guys to take a look at this, and maybe I'm reading too much into it. But notice how everybody's buried together. This guy right here, is buried on his own. Simmons T. Kenneth, July 13th, 1940 to August 7th, 2016. Paula A. Beziers, March 24th, 1952 is when she was born, but don't have a end date. It's hard to forget someone who gave us so much to remember. There you have it, folks. The Berkeley, Kentucky Cemetery. It's a beautiful landscape. I mean, that landscape is absolutely beautiful. It's wonderful, that landscape. It's beautiful. It's got a beautiful layout. Old Glory sitting right there waving proudly. There's a few veterans put in this graveyard. Some of them have appropriate headstones for being a hero, for serving our country. I have to say, this graveyard right here is dope. It's probably about one of the cleanest, most nice-looking graveyards I've seen in a long time. You can see that this graveyard is very well taken care of. My hat's off to whoever takes care of this. That means they really take care of they really remember the dead. They really take care of the people that passed on. Whether it was a sudden death, maybe they died of cancer, whatever. This graveyard is really taken care of, and I applaud them for it. And if I scaled it from 1 to 10, I would definitely give it a 10. This is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Without anything else, this is a beautiful graveyard. I think it's beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be doing more. I'm also going to be doing some auditing. So, till next time, see you later. Hello, YouTubers. How you doing this morning? Elvis at Large here at the Adamsville Cemetery here in Adamsville, Tennessee. There's a famous sheriff here in this cemetery. They did 5 movies about him. We're going to go visit his grave. There's some older graves here too. So let's walk around. Shall we see what we see? As we walk around this graveyard, it's a pretty good sized graveyard. October 20th, 1927 to October 18th, 2010. Terry Lynn Durbin, July 31st, 1969, died January 17th, 2007. Somebody's putting some flowers on their grave. It's pretty sweet. September 6, 1952 to August 20th, 2012. I also have a new camera, so I will be able to go and do some research. Here we are. Buford Purser, his wife Pauline, sheriff of McNairy County, Tennessee, 1964 to 1970. He walked tall. This man, if you remember, if you know who the WWE superstar The Rock is, he did the movie Walking Tall. In the 70s and early 80s, they did a movie Walking Tall, talking about this man. How he tried to stop a gambling ring and was sticking his nose in this gambling ring's rumor has it he was in southern Tennessee, northern Mississippi, and he was gambling as well. And he got in with some bad characters. He was caught in an accident. He died in an accident. Many think that his brakes were cut. That's what caused the accident. His wife was stabbed and shot right afterward. I would assume that's his wife right there. And then you got Dwayna Garrison Purser walking on. Then you got another purser right here, 1908 to 1987. Another one, 1906 to 1978. (1934 to 1967). He was born December 12th, 1937, which is my birthday. Died August 21st, 1974. Excuse me. Excuse me. There's his grave. The famous sheriff. Right there. I talked to somebody who was here the other day, and they told me that there are so many stories, truths and lies, what really happened with the sheriff. What is really known is that he was gambling along with them. Now, rather he got cheated, he got beat up for his troubles, and he became a sheriff to get him arrested because he was out for vengeance. Whatever the case may be, it's not worth losing your life over. Rest in peace, Officer Purser, Buford. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Vicky Marie Franks, September 22, 1958 to November 9th, 2020. Beloved daughter, wife, mother, and friend. Her children rise up and call her blessed. I was talking to the family the other day that was here. They say she died of COVID. Here's a Kennedy. It's a pretty good sized graveyard. can see the old church sitting there. (1930 to 2007), Betty Lane Littlefield. Some more of the cemetery over here. The older side of the cemetery is over here. We could take a quick walk through it. Kemp, 1866 to 1939. Mary, 1871 to 1938. (1877 to 1948). Curry, 1870 to 1951. (1844 to 1925). 1846 to 1932. She died as she made a Christian. It's got the man's picture right there. Unusual. Husband of Mrs. J.G. Lee, born September 5th, 1852, died January 3rd, 1917, age 64 years, 4 months, and 8 days. In loving memory of husband and father. This is the real reason why I came up here. You're going to be amazed at some of these headstones. 1847 to 1913. 1875 to 1909. We got some more broken headstones. I don't think you can really read that. 1802 to 1898. No, it says 1802 to 1838. 1872 to 1896. Some of these headstones are so worn down. It is unbelievable that it's really hard to read them. As I'll show you, some of these headstones are so worn down. (1909 to 1918). (1925 to 1985). The ground sinking in where these people's graves are from the rain and weathering and (1902 to 1911). J.F. Sharp, August 10th, 1832 to July 18th, 1906. It's a headstone that's been broken. I hate seeing that. That must have been kids. Another kids. So wore down. 1871 to 1875, 1889 to 1889, August, April, and died in July. Wow, that's young. 1892 and 1898 is when he died. Son. Cord Frank was born August 28th, 1881, died January 31st, 1969. Icy, I assume that's his wife, October 24th, 1978, and died December 18th, 1949. Icy Barlow. It's an extremely old one. 1850 to 1925. (1902 to 1928). But as I said, I'm not going to spend too much time here. Another broken headstone. But the one that I'm curious about this got me more curious than anything. They couldn't afford a headstone, I would assume. It says mother, brother. Yogi Boswell, 1960 to 2008. Yeah, it's a pretty good sized cemetery. Says she was a vibrant girl, very intelligent, very smart, but it doesn't say how she died. I'll have to look that up when I get back. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick look at the cemetery here in Adamsville, Tennessee. And quite amazing. Saw some older graves, saw some newer graves, and visited Sheriff Buford Purser. So, peace out. Howdy, folks. Elvis at Large here. I'm walking around an old graveyard. Looks like it has some prominent people in here. Just looking around, seeing what we can see. And now this graveyard's quite old. This graveyard's quite old. 1866 to 1936, Babe Dickerson. 1857 to 1920. Guys, check out this headstone. God grant her eternal peace. In hope of joyful resurrection. (1888 to 1972), Annie Miller. Henderson, 1885 to 1969. big ass cross right here. Which guys, take a look at that. Now, the gate wasn't locked. It was unlocked, and it didn't say no trespassing, so I assume I'm not trespassing. Some of these headstones they say is pretty old in here. You guys take a look. Go walk over to this. Over here. Parkins, wife of James Fortress, January 16th, 1842, died January 27th, 1933. Frank, 1874, 1877. You guys look around at this. (1855 to 1906). Austin Miller. Oh, wow. Austin Miller, born August 12th, 1800, died January 13th, 1863. But you guys take a look at this.
Cool off a little bit first. Let it cool off a little bit.
December 1st, 1815. Died September 5th, 1871. As you can tell, some of these tombs are extremely old. (1831 to 1858). Born 1829, died 1869. May 10th, 1852 is when she departed. Yeah, some of these tombs are extremely old. That one fell over. Here's this one. Big old tree right there. Look at the vines. You can tell this is an old Civil War or presidential graveyard. Virginia Osborne Farrer, 1888 to 1957. It's not a big graveyard. It's basically for the families that, I guess, that were here. 1845 to 1921. Boyd. I don't want to step on anybody's grave. That's why I'm very, very careful. Louis Merrill was born January 8, 1901, died December 9, 1965. There's some older graves over here that I'm curious about. They're over here, away from everybody else. Died April 16th, 1907, age 52 years. That one's so worn I can't read it. 16 something. And I can't, it's all I can basically read, unless you can read it better than I can. Try to get a better shot of it. Because like I said, it's not a big graveyard. They've got these chained off. I'm wondering if there's a grave in here and the headstone got missing. (1878 to 1951). (1871 to 1950). (1938) is, I assume, when he died, but the date's worn off, so I can't read. The parent family. Interesting headstones. Got that cut, the urn up on top. James Wood died February 5th, 1867, age 69 years, 11 months, and 14 days. It's cool. It's really, really cool. Died September 7th, 1834. So I went around, I looked at some of the graves around here. Some of them are old, some not so much. But it's still a graveyard. Give you guys another glance at it. And there you go. So there's the graveyard. Zoom in one more time. So there you go, folks. I went in here. I looked around some of the graves. Some of them are old. Some of them are so worn down that you can't even read the dates on them. I don't have a flashlight. I need to purchase me a flashlight real quick. Maybe come back, read some more of the dates. Not a big cemetery, but I understood what was going on here. It's a family cemetery. I'll show you one more thing. So, there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. And I saw the Pope's grave. We went by there. It was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting graveyard. Get a good shot of it over here. And there you have it. See you next time. See you on the next vlog. Howdy, folks. How you doing? Here we are in Bolivar, Tennessee. We're at this cemetery. I was just at the older cemetery. There were some older graves there. A few prominent people, that family. It was a family cemetery, is that what that other cemetery was. This right here is a pretty good sized cemetery. We're not going to spend too much time out here, but we'll walk around, see what's going on out here, see if we find some older graves out here in this area. And so would you guys like to walk with me? Let's go. Let's have some fun. I wouldn't consider this fun, but George Luther. October 11th, 1948 was when he was born. December 21st, 2010 is when he died. Linda, it has a beginning date of when she was born, January 11th, 1949, but it doesn't have her death date. I'll walk around and let you guys see it for a minute. So you guys can get an idea of how old this graveyard is. The trees in the cemetery. There's a grave of William Emerson. He was a private in the United States Army, World War II, March 5th, 1925, died January 9th, 2007. The headstone has been taken off. Apparently, Robert W. was born January 10th, 1930. His wife, May 20th, 1930. So it looks like whoever's buried here October 27th, 1917. Died May 4th, 1966. Ground needed to grow back here. Let you guys see this. Just taking a quick walk around. This is always sad to see right here. An infant, son of Joe and Elise Frost Nichols, 1950. There's another infant. 1956. Man, they had 2 infants buried here. April 12th is when she died. April 12th, 1920 to April 16th, 1982. Her husband, trying to get the glare off. December 24th, 1920 was when he was born. February 3rd, 1984 was when he died. There's some big headstones here. I really don't want to mess with anybody. I really don't want to get involved with people's families. Because, this is hard enough. That's a terrible thing. Here's another World War I veteran. U.S. Army, World War II, 1920 was when he was born, died in 1973. Thank you for serving, Mr. Kirk, Captain Kirk, Mr. Kirk. How you doing? Let's see. I'm glad to see people come and visit the graves, Makes them still feel wanted. I'll let you guys read that. Like I said, it's a big-ass graveyard. It's another World War II veteran.
Oh.
1935, but it doesn't have an end date. Walking around looking at some of the graves. Some of these guys are buried under this tree, which is, if I had to be buried, it's a beautiful spot to be buried in. Right under this tree. October 26, 1951. Died September 17, 1979. You know, people come pay their respects to their loved ones. Billie Jean Cox was born July 24th, 1937, died April 11th, 2016. Trying to get a picture of that car.
Look good.
It's a nice car, dude. You see the horses over there. But as I said, I ain't going to spend too much time out here. It's a pretty good sized graveyard. But I'll look at a few more, but then I think I'm going to hit the road and Wayne Berryman, October 29th, 1942, died January 26, 2001. Robert Tripp, August 4th, 1943, died December 26, 2020. So he died the day after Christmas. He stuck around for Christmas. The day after Christmas, he let go. He fought for Christmas. Fight for his family. But there you guys have it a little bit. Did a little bit of walking around. Did a little exploring. And here we are. Went around, explored a little bit, saw a few graves. Went to both graveyards here in Bolivar, Tennessee. And see some interesting graves, some freshly dug ones. You know, I have to tell you, when I walk up to a freshly dug grave, I can feel the emotion right there because people leave an imprint to where they were standing. I can tell that one guy was really loved, and you can could see in the picture. You could tell and look at him and tell that he was really, really loved. So I think I'm out of here. I'll catch you on the next vlog. Peace out. Elvis at Large here, walking around this old cemetery. Some people told me about this cemetery here in Tennessee, and they say it's quite old. Some of these headstones are back from the late 1800s to the early 1900s. Here in Sullivan, Tennessee. So let's come with me. Let's walk around. Come on, let's walk around. Let you guys get an idea of what the size of this cemetery is. Look at the size of this thing. It's how big this cemetery is. So let's walk around. Let's see what we can see. Dr. G. W. Robertson, 1849 to 1929. Here's another Robertson. Look at the roses here. This one's so old, I can't even read that. If you guys can read that, this is old. I can't even read it. It says Patrick D, but it doesn't. It's been broken off, and the headstone's gone. It's like this one's wore down too. I should have had a flashlight. Mary B. October 28th, 1852, when she died. If you guys can read that. That was another one so worn down that I can't even read it. Here's another one. Is there markings on the back? Yeah, there's some markings on the back. But I can't make it out. Born 22nd, 1862, died June 8th, 1866. William Wart Canyon. And then it has Annie Polk Canyon.
Oh, man.
September 6th, 1854, age 24 years. September 3rd, 1854, aged, and it's broke off right there, something years, 6 months. Floria A. Florence's M.
Francis,
Some of these graves are extremely old. Mary Jane, wife of James Hewitt, born in May 23rd, 1833. I guess died November 2nd, 1852. Aged 19 years, 5 months, and 10 days.
Really?
I guess as a child right here. There's a marker here. There's a grave here. This has not been taken care of. It's been mowed. You can see it's been mowed or whatever, but the headstones or whatever has not been taken care of whatsoever. Died April 19th, 1853, 18 years and 6 months. But it doesn't say when she was born because it's broken off.
Ink.
Some of these headstones, they're very unreadable. I can't read some of them. This graveyard goes all the way back over here. All the way over here. There's another headstone, but I can't read it because it's been so withered with time. That fell down. And it makes me sad that nobody's come out here to fix it. There's another broken one. The McNabbs. John A., born September 1855, died March 1927. Julia died July 1865, died September 1937. Rest in peace. It's an old-ass graveyard. The other guy at the other graveyard, he told me about this. He also told me I could film that graveyard. But that was a newer graveyard. Some of them graves were still pretty fresh. Joshua Dorch, born February 15th, 1858, died June 19th, 1921. Looks like somebody was trying to dig up something here. As you can see, looks like it gets a lot of vandals through here, which is really, really sad. 1813 to 1899. I'm wondering what this is we're walking upon. Let you guys take a look at it. Looks like an old brick house. I would assume it's a mausoleum, is what it is. And it's all bricked around, no doors. Oh my God, look at this. In memory of Edward Ford, MD, born in Amity City. He was born July 16th, AD 1797, and departed this life May 9th, AD 1848. Wow. Look at this. She died at 47 years old on September 22nd, 1848. Born in Cumberland County, full of hope of immortality. Mrs. Ford. We got some right here. Mary Hunt Mormon, was born in 1800, May something, 1800, and died July 6th, 1958.
Oh, bitch.
Trying to get a different light on it. Born September 2nd, 1790, and died 1850. That's all I could pretty much make out. Yeah, he was right. There are some old-ass graves here. Eugene Vers, 1876 to 1924. His wife, Daisy, 1876 to 1962. (1850 to 1918). I can't believe right there it says 1797. That's a nice mausoleum. They were rich, whoever had that built. How you doing? This is old. What's the oldest one you think is here? Huh? I noticed that somebody's come through here and knocked some of the gravestones down. or it could be the weather. I'm not here to say or anything. That's what I do. I go around, I video, because it's our history. And if we don't gather our history now, we're going to lose it. And our history is very, very slowly being slipped away from us. And if we don't remember these headstones and the history we have, we're not going to have a history. Yes, ma'am. You have a nice day. I didn't mean to bother you. October 10th, 1900, age 34 years. I didn't even see it come through. So anybody is allowed to walk through here. Some of this is incredibly old. Now look at this. I want to get this real quick. Look at the bench. It's been sitting over here. This has been sitting here for over 100 years. I've worked with concrete. I know how concrete works. This guy was a Confederate. Mr. Saw, Tennessee, private company, Reginald, was born 1846 and died 1923. So anybody's allowed to walk through here, right? Okay. That's just a sample, ladies and gentlemen, of a graveyard that I found. It's extremely old. This is our past. And I have not even scratched the surface yet.